Let's see. Oh, Google wants me to sign in again. That makes sense. Cool. All right. Twitch. Facebook. Nope, that's old Facebook. YouTube. There's the YouTube. There's the Facebook. Cool. Looks like we are live on all three platforms. All right. Let's unmute right now. Hey guys, how's it going out there? Welcome to SketchUp Live Friday Night Edition. Hope everybody's doing good. This is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna have a good time. Oop, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try this name. Mad Husadan is his first time here. Welcome. This is gonna be fun. Oh, Dave Richards. I'm pretty sure it's Dave's first time here as well. Keggy, as always, signing in from sunny Devon. Ashley in Seattle. Paulo's back. Ryan's back. Ashley says I'm quiet. Oh, I am. Hey, how about that? All right. I'll get.
Got to turn that gain up.
That's right. And you guys may have noticed, you were here last week. You heard Jody talk about how, he's not going to be here. So we brought in a ringer, Mr. Matt Robison. Some of you might remember from I don't want to say the old days because it was only like a year ago, but yeah, Matt's back.
Back in the golden years of SketchUp Live. Now it's just old hat. They're just just putting on appearances, getting out there and just running through. No, I'm just kidding. Aaron brings it every single day, every single live stream, and here we are again. Wow, what an exciting one we have planned, and I'm happy to be a part of it. You're happy to be a part of it. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Jody usually grunts a hello. That was a step up. I'm assuming Jody's watching, so that's the only reason I'm teasing him. We love Jody, and I hope he has a great hike.
Yeah, I don't have the cutting, stinging wit that Jody has, but I can do my best to keep up with the comments and try to fill the airtime when Aaron gets stuck on something with SketchUp, which rarely, if ever, happens.
So I don't know. I seem to be pretty good at doing that if I need to. All right. Well, hey, it's noon, so let's get this thing rolling.
Get this show on the road.
All right. Hey, how's it going, guys? I am Aaron. I am often referred to as the SketchUp guy, and I'm going to be modeling some stuff in SketchUp. With me today is Mr. Matt Robison. So he's going to be hanging out and talking, not modeling.
That's right.
So he's there.
I'll be the disembodied voice in your ears, in your head.
That's right.
I'll do your inner monologue.
He's in your head like cranberries, man.
I'm going to take a drink of my coffee.
Awesome.
I'm trying to do your internal monologue. It's not working out too well. Great bits by Matt.
There wasn't that much going on, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even thinking that. It just happened. I didn't remember doing it. Yeah, so this is going to be a fun one. So it is Friday. We are doing our live thing. We are going to hop in and we're going to work on some machine drawing. So if you guys haven't seen these sessions before, it really went back to like trying to think of some fundamental ways to look at SketchUp and work in SketchUp. We found these, or actually before he's even live streaming, I was looking for plans online and found some machining plans, which were really good, really well documented 2D drawings of 3D shapes, like real accurate. So like they have radii called out on curves, the exact dimensions on holes or spans. So it was a really fun thing to go in as a 3D designer of any software and practice by creating those exact drawings. So machine part modeling just kind of became one of the things that we do on this live stream. We haven't done it for a while, so I figured let's just hop in and do some. So I figure that means we should hop in and do some. Less talky, more clicky. All right, there we are. That's us. Okay, so I shared a bunch of these files up on our forum, so Matt can throw a link up there, and if you guys
Absolutely.
want to follow along, you can. Sorry, I cut you off. That was rude.
Oh, me? Little old me? Nothing. I was just saying, yes, I will throw the link in the forum and I'll try to keep updated with everything we mention in here. I'll try to throw a little link, a little multimedia experience we got going on, of
That's
course,
right.
today. So
Coming at you, not just sight and sound, but actual media and links. Links are like the closest you can come to physical interaction in something like this, because you can move over and click on it. So that's that's how we're broadening. We're broadening out of just hearing and seeing.
that's the kind of physical activity you'll get from this stream is moving your hand over to click a link.
So you may be tired by the end of the stream. I apologize. All right. So I posted these files up on the forum. They are all from the same spot. So there's a website called studycadcam.com. It's a blogger site. It's actually, I believe it's Vietnamese, but the guy who runs it posts just a wealth of files. 2D files, 3D files, with the whole intention is practicing how to use CAD or computer drawing. So anybody who says SketchUp's not CAD has to kind of check that, because computer aided drawing, computer aided drafting, depending on what you use the D for, computer aided design, SketchUp really is all those things. So yeah, but anyhow, that's a little, sorry, segue, bring it back. This is my 6th cup of coffee. We're gonna do
Get the
this thing.
blinders on.
So anyhow, I did email him and I said, hey, are you okay? I didn't want to just grab awesome looking drawings. I didn't want to just grab them and start using them without checking with him. But he said, yes, that would be fine. Go ahead and use that. So I uploaded 8 recent drawings that he has. He has almost 1,000 3D drawings that are broke down
Wow.
just like this, where it's a 3D model and then 3 different isometric views. Pretty cool stuff.
An impressive body of work and an admirable, idea as well to
Mm-hmm.
just kind of get 3D modeling and design in front of people and let them try it out, because that's how you get better is practicing. As you know,
Yeah,
you do it every week.
that's right. And I think you can always practice. Like, I don't think anybody is, you should never be done learning. You should never be done trying to improve. So this is the kind of stuff that if you're just getting into SketchUp, it's awesome practice. If you've been using SketchUp forever, it's a great way to stay on top of your game. So good thing. Hey, YouTube's here. Woohoo. All right. Sorry, I'm just looking back to see where all the places everybody is from. Got some Florida, France, Quebec, Belgium, Brazil, Halifax. Halifax is one of those cool. I think I'm a sucker for a name with an X or a Z in it. You know, I do have a Z in my last name, so maybe I'm programmed, but Halifax sounds like fun. Okay. Oh, see, Dave backs me up. Dave's one of those guys who I look to and I'm like, oh, I hope I can be more like Dave when I grow up, because Dave is a very good SketchUpper, and he's one of those guys who makes it look effortless, and like he's saying, he's always practicing. So he only always practices. I like it. All right, so let's bring one of these in. So you guys can go take a look up there. And as we do this, I will let you guys throw out which one you think I should do next. I'm going to start with one of the more basic ones. I'm going to start with number 971. So they are all numbered up in the upper corner. 971 is just, it's a fairly basic shape. It's fairly easy, so I want to start there. So I'm going to go File. I'm going to import. So 971 is this one right here. And I'm going to import it. And I'm just going to drop it down here in the corner. All right, so there's a couple ways I could actually bring this in. As I'm doing this, I'm second guessing, that's the word, second guessing myself on how I want to actually see this. So we've talked a lot about reference images on this broadcast, but because the dimensions are so simple on this, I kind of feel like I could just model right here. Maybe on the next one, I'll import it as a watermark so it's in the corner. Um, we'll see the different ways to do it. So I figured this one we'll start off with. This will be simple enough. I won't come in here most likely and trace on top of this. I'm not going to get it to scale. It's something you can do, absolutely, if you want to, but even if I'm drawing on top of an image that is to scale, you can't snap to a drawing. So you can, if this were a CAD file, it'd be different, but since it's just a drawing, I really have no way to like snap to those items. So I'm not going to worry about the scale of the drawing. Like that. I'm just going to reference the dimensions on there. Speaking of dimensions, one of the first things I'm going to do is go over to Window and Model Info. I'm going to go to my units and I'm going to set it to decimal. And I am going to do all of this in meters. This is most likely called out in millimeters because it's, it's a thing that's this big, not the size of a house. But then I'm not going to run into any tiny face issues. I have some arcs and that kind of thing, so a little bit of an issue, but probably not a huge deal because there's not real curvy geometry in here. But I'm going to model it meters anyhow. And if I wanted to, when I was done, I could scale it to 0.01. Is that right? Or is it 001? That would scale it down to real size if I wanted to. The other thing that I'm going to try to do with this, I'm going to try to not use extensions where I can. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking and that's going, well, if I really want to make this model, I'll probably use Fredo corner on a piece of it. But we'll get there.
Nope, not allowed.
Ah, man.
No, do what you feel is right.
That's right. All right, so I'm going to start in here. I'm going to start looking at this shape. I think what I want to do is get the bottom. There's enough stuff going on the bottom that I want to get that carved out in 2D to pull it up. And then the rest of this, like all this stuff around here is basically pulled up off of that bottom piece. So what I feel inclined to do is start with a rectangle right here that's 32 by 32. So I'm going to say 32, comma 32. That is significantly larger than I thought it was going to be. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's slide this over here. Grab this guy, scale him up. There we go. All right. Okay. Now we're in the ballpark. Again, not trying to match this, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So there's this notch in the bottom. So at 7.5 in, there is a 3-meter circle or 3-meter radius circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go line in the middle, snap, go up 7.5, enter. Then we grab a circle. I'm going to make all my circles, all my arcs, all my circles, everything the same. And I'm going to go a little bit higher than normal. I'm going to say 48 sides, just to give me a little bit cleaner arc when I'm done. And I'm going to go right here and pull down on this. This is actually on the green axis. So I'm going to pull down 3, enter. All right, there we go. So that gets me this. Next thing I need is this cutting out like that. So I'm just going to come across here. From that point, pull down. Same thing over to here. I'm making sure, see, I'm on the red axis there. And then I can go from that point down. I probably could have skipped a step there and kind of zoomed in and found that angle. But one of the people ask a lot about inferencing because sometimes inferencing snaps to stuff they don't want to. By drawing that line from the meter along the axes, I knew exactly where that point was. I didn't have to like guess if this was it or this was it. It's just made it a little bit quicker, which I've totally blown that quicker time by talking about it. So what are you gonna do?
Well, that's what it's all about, is a little commentary track. So
That's right.
I'm sure folks enjoy it. Real quick, we had a question about your computer and your kind of specs. What computer are you using? Using a Mac laptop, is that right?
I am. I have a 2000. That's SketchUp. Close.
1 over, yeah.
So I have a 2019 Mac. So the big thing that I made sure of when ordering this Mac was that it had 32 megs of RAM. Everything else, the graphics card, processor, all that stuff's pretty much stock. I just went from the standard 16 up to 32. All right.
Nice.
I'm going to finish this base out and then I'm going to save. I know, I'm pushing it. I'm living on the edge like that. So what I'm going to do is it's 1 at 45 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here. I'm going to draw a line up 1. Then I'm going to take that line, rotate it 45 degrees. Where is it? 45 degrees. And then I'm going to move it over to right there. Then I'm going to hit rotate, jump up onto the green axis, and option rotate that over on the other side. Then I can just erase all this. So we talk about workflows, and I've been inspecting or thinking a lot about workflows watching Tyson model. It's been really, really cool for me to get to sit back and watch somebody else. And it does shine a light on like, how do I do some of the things I do and why do I do them that way? I mean, some stuff I just do because that's why, just because. it's just the way I've done it. So it's been really interesting to think about like that angle, like what are other ways you do it? Somebody who knows math could probably have done the math and drawn a line over, up, and drawn that line back. There's probably a half dozen different ways to put that line in. That was what I did. And for me, because I know how to use that and I love using rotate so much, it's just click, 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 and it automatically happens. So develop your
that's
workflow.
one thing I was going to say is you definitely do that rotate around center thing quite a bit. Which to your point, like I had never really thought about doing certain things that way until I saw you do it for so many different things. And I'm like, oh yeah, all you have to do is, switch the arrow direction lock of the rotate, and then you can just flip it right across the middle and
It is
you're done. So
nice. It's a nice tool. And like I said, it's whatever tools you get used to, you just start using them more and more and it goes fast.
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and save now. All right, I'll just save this as
one step ahead of the chat.
971. Take that, chat. No.
Speaking of 971, very large numbers. This goes out as a shout out to you for all the amazing video content that goes out on the SketchUp YouTube channel. But the SketchUp YouTube subscriber count is currently, I'm reading it live here, 399,962. So very large number, but almost ready to hit another large milestone, which is 400,000 subscribers. So, tell all your friends and family and, heck, even enemies.
We're not picky.
To get on the SketchUp channel. And if we could cross that threshold during this live stream, oh my gosh, what a celebration it would be.
That'd be pretty
Friday
fun.
afternoon, and huge milestone for the YouTube channel. So I'll be giving live updates on that throughout the broadcast here. I decided to let you know. But anyways, back to your regularly scheduled offset here.
Yeah, so if you don't follow us, now is a good time to get in there, be part of the big milestone. All right, so I did offset the 7.5, which is this wall height, and this height overall is 60. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to grab this line right here. I'm going to option move it up 60, enter. Oh, what did I do? 60. What do you mean no? All right, fine. I'll draw a line up 60 then. All right, now I'm going to pull this up to that point. That gets me all this stuff. So I have 3 things left, really. I have a little cut right here. 4 things. A little half circle here, a circle going all the way through right here, corners to knock off, and then there's like this support right here going up to this circle. So I'm going to start by knocking these corners off. So these are 6.5 radius. I'm going to come in with an arc. Again, I'm making 48 sides for my full circles. So that's 24 for a half, 12 for a quarter. So this is already set to 12. Perfect. I'm going to come here and I'm just going to draw a magenta arc. Then I'm going to select it, go to Entity Info, and type in the exact radius that I want to hold on to. 6.5, enter, and that shrinks down to the right size. So right now, before I pull this through, I'm just going to grab this piece right here, Option copy it over. There we go. And now I can just push pull and double click. And then as I do that, I'm just going to option erase these lines. There we go. All right, it's looking good. It's getting there. Let's get this circle in here. So on the back, I have a 41 up. I have a 7. Oh, 7 outer diameter. So 3.5. So I'm going to come over here, draw a line 41 up, draw a circle, the radius of 3.5, erase that, push this through to the other side till it snaps. And kind of get, there we go. That gets rid of that. And then you can see what happens there is then I have a 12, a circle with a diameter of 12 coming out that bumps out 2. So I'll grab, wait, how much? So I'm going from 7 to 12. So that's a difference of 5. So 2.5 it's coming out. Sometimes you got to do math, no matter how, even if you don't like it. And then I'll pull that out. Actually, I'm not going to pull it out yet. And here's why. So I have this little leg coming out, and you see that leg comes out of this point right here. I'm going to put that leg, drop that leg down first while it's still in 2D. And that way when I pull it out, that 2, that leg will come out also. And then I can just grab the bottom, shuffle it on out here, and I'll be good.
Good thinking.
All right.
That's thinking ahead.
On occasion, it happens. All right, so here's a line in the middle. And that overall is 5, so 2.5. I'm going to grab a line here, 2.5. And I can go from here. I can come over. Actually, if I shift and come over to where I intersect, that should be 5. Yep, perfect. Drop it down.
Look at that.
It happens. It happens. All right, so I'm going to erase that line and keep this line. Pull that out 2. Double click here. And this actually comes out 10. It's already out 2, so that means if I just grab this line right here, pull it forward 8, that detail is done.
Nice.
All right, last piece is this big hole coming through here. There's a couple ways I could do this. I was thinking about playing with solid tools, but it's so simple. It's probably more work to, I feel pretty good that this is solid. I feel good about the work I've done on here. But I think I'm just going to put the circle on and copy it over and cut it through. So I got to find the center of the circle. So the center is up 41 over 19. So I'm going to start right here at this point, come this way 19. I'm going to go up 41. That circle is 15 outside, or diameter.
Outside-y.
Outside-ish, the
number.
outside-ish number is 15. So half of 15 is 7.5. I didn't do that math. I just remember that because I've had to do it before. Be honest with you guys.
Nice.
I'll option copy that over, and then I can just push pull through once and double click to do the next. And at that point, that piece is done.
Nice. Yeah, it's crazy how, how exact and precise it is, but how it didn't really take that much extra work. A little bit of mental math here and there, but I mean it's a simple shape, but it's cool to see, the exact down to the 0.00 whatever millimeter kind of accuracy. Yeah, I think that's cool.
All right, so that's 0.001 should give me
Does it also say what the pieces are used for?
I don't know if they're real.
Oh, gotcha. They're just like for exercise.
Yeah, I think they're just created for exercises. So, oh, half circle on top, called out.
Oh yeah.
Time to go big again. Oh, good thing we got QC in the house. Thanks, guys. All right,
Yeah.
7. So come in here. This could be done with an arc, But because I know the center point right here, the easiest thing is to, for me, is to grab a circle, pull it down 7. You can just do a quick erase, push, pull, and then that's done.
Boom.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we could scale that down to 0.001. And that's a little machine part right there. Don't step on it, Sumele. All right, let's go like this.
That would hurt.
That probably would. That's like a metal Lego.
Ooh.
I'll dig right in. All right. 0.01. Did I do that wrong? Oh man. All right.
Seems like the right size though.
This is
I guess
straight
if
up.
it's not
Actually,
a
I don't
real
know what
thing.
size this thing is.
Yeah, maybe it's for like a
0.01.
Freighter
It could be. I don't know.
engine.
So if I was to, I can verify this, of course. It's like a button click to do this. So if I come in here and I say set this to millimeters, and I check across here, if this is 32, 320. I was right on math. I don't want to brag or anything, but that doesn't happen very often. I got to take advantage of this. So if I go 0.1 now, and now we check this. Now we're 32 millimeters. Assuming, now here's the thing though, there is no call out on what these numbers really are. So these could be centimeters, then you would have been right. So not trying to rub anything in anybody's face because really we're guessing. But I did math good. High five. I got to high five myself. That's the condition we're in.
I would if I was in the same room,
That's right.
but
I'll high five you guys.
Okay.
There works. All right. So I'm going to save that. What do you guys think should be a next one?
Yeah, head over to the forum and check out
take a peek.
Each individual part. Some are more complex than others, but they all have the number in the corner. I'll drop that link in the chat one more time so people can
keep throwing that out
there if they don't.
I'm thinking 949. I'm trying to like ramp up. Let's see. 859 was a suggestion. 859 is a box. I'm going to save 859 because that's got a lot of small geometry in there. So I do like 859 a lot, but I'm going to save that towards the end. That's the box that has like rings and screw holes on multiple levels. I'm kind of thinking in the interest of ramping up here, I think we can get these all done in 2 hours, guys. 949. Oh, Renee's saying it looks easy. Oh, I see. Yes, that's how it's going to be.
It's a breeze.
All right. Granted, I know because of the delay, your answers will show up as soon as I open one, and I'm going to go ahead and grab one. I'll ask you this.
Can you tell the future?
That's right.
Soothsayer.
All right, so I'm going to do 949. Hi, fam civil engineering. So Alberto's asking about guidelines. Guidelines are awesome. I've learned to like them a lot more. I find that I can model quickest by just putting in geometry. So for some stuff like finding intersection points, that kind of thing, it's almost easier for me just to draw a quick line and then erase it. SketchUp heals stuff geometry afterwards. So as long as I'm not too crazy with my lines, I won't break up the geometry too much. So I don't use as many guides as some people do. They're not bad by any means. I'm all for them. But yeah, that's the reason I don't use guides more often. And Ryan,
people have been asking you why you hate guides so much. A lot of people saying, I'm not personally saying this, but a lot of people have been asking, a lot of people have been talking and asking about why you hate guides.
I've heard people say things. No, guides are good. Guides are good stuff. I just, like I said, there's this. So let me do this import so we can start drawing. I'm going to go ahead and import this as a watermark this time. We'll throw it in back and then we'll model over top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and import 949. All right, so I'm going to put it in the background. I'm going to put it in the upper left corner. Whoops, put it in the upper left corner. It's going to have to be fairly large so you can see it, but I think that'll work. Whoops, I hit cancel after that. Good. It's a good thing it's Friday. Oh, all All right, let's
Well,
try
it's
to
good practice. Then you get the muscle memory
get to
of
do it
the
again.
right
That's
settings.
Matt is an
There's more
optimist.
parts, so you got to do it. You know, you got to have it. Have the process ready.
Finish this time.
Get the clicks down.
All right, same thing. I'm just gonna come in here. I guess I could change what template I'm using so I didn't have to do this each time. That would be the smart thing to do. I'm just gonna change the length because I'm not really doing any square or cubic calculations. So I was starting to say this before. I find that when you start modeling and you're just doing that, just get it done kind of modeling, I feel like like it's like this base, almost primal, like how do you model? Like stuff just starts happening, and I feel like that's kind of where I get to with these, where it's like keeping just the simple button pushes, just get stuff done, and that's where things like guides, because they were not part of my workflow when I learned how to use SketchUp, they don't come up as often. I don't use them as much as I should. Should, I don't know. All right, so let's get in here. Let's model this thing. All right, so this guy right here has, all right, yes, 64. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle, and this rectangle's going to be 64 by 27. Okay, so that's this piece right here. I'm going to take it. No, I'm just gonna do this the way I'm trying to be clever right now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not cut out. I'm not equipped to do something like that. All right, I'm just gonna draw these lines. 46. Back over. All right, there we go. So now I have these two pieces on the ground. I can raise them up 8. Double click. Whoops. Raise that up. Then a rectangle here connects back up like that. And then these are 20, so that's 12 more than my 8 I already have. So I'm just going to raise this up 12. When I raise that up, oh, it looks good. I was making sure it wasn't making an empty space underneath. Once those are all up like that, I don't need these separate pieces, so I'm just going to quick erase this, which will give me just that base. All right, now I got 2 of these. You can see they're facing the opposite direction. The extruded circle goes out on the opposite side, but it's the same geometry. So it's mirrored, same dimensions here, same dimensions here. You can see they overlap each other. So I'll probably just model this once and then copy the geometry over to the other side. So I'll start right here. These are 14 wide. So I'm gonna grab this line, this line, option copy 14. All right, they come up 56. So I'm just going to pull this up. I want to keep this off of the base. I want to keep it a separate geometry. So I'm going to hit option as I pull up. That's going to create a new face and pull it up. That's going to make it easier for me to copy it over later. It's also going to make it easier for me to go in and just isolate that geometry. So I'm going to pull that up, 56. And now we can make this, let's see, how wide is this? Am I missing it? Oh, right here. 40. So that means from the center, here, I'll just do this. Draw a circle, no wasted effort. Pull this over 20. And now I can just draw a line from that corner down to here. This corner down to here. And I can push that back like that. Push that back like that. I can even pull this guy over to here. All right, that gives me that. And then I'll get rid of this. This is 14, 20, so that comes out another 6. And then I need another hole inside there, outer diameter of 20. So I'll just do a circle at the center, but I'll pull it over 10 and push that back to here.
Real quick, and maybe you mentioned this earlier, but what is your kind of end goal for the models of these? Is it just an exercise? Is it to like have one solid piece, or is it to Yeah, what's the goal?
Really, with these, because I don't know what they came from or what they're for or anything like that, it really is just to model something. So I used to, when I first started at SketchUp, I was doing sales engineering. So that was like sales support. I'd travel with salesmen to talk to customers and talk about their workflows, that kind of stuff. It's an awesome job, loved it, but I didn't always get to model stuff. It ended up being a lot of looking into workflows, looking for extensions, how to work with a certain file type. So one of the things I started doing then was looking for files like this that I could model like on my lunch break or something. So that has been kind of fun way to it was a fun way to keep on top of what I enjoyed doing. Um, that's kind of where this came from for me. This is when I started doing that.
Nice. That's awesome. So would you, for instance, this has like appears as though there's like a repeated element. Would you make a component out of that? Some people in the chat mentioned that. That's why I
Um,
bring it up. Or would you just kind of
Again, depending on
copy
the
it?
use, that makes a lot of sense. Uh, what I will do, I would say, what I would probably do, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw a line across here. This is 50, so I'm just gonna draw this line, 50. And then I'm just, again, because I did this push-pull, I actually have a surface in here. So I'm gonna grab this geometry. It's all isolated from the rest. And I'm gonna use my man rotate, MVP, option rotate it around like that. So that's how I would go about this particular one, because it doesn't make sense the way I look at it to make it a component in this case. Um, this is gonna sound cocky. I feel pretty good that I got that right, so I don't see myself coming back to make changes. So the fact that they would be linked together doesn't make sense to me, and I'm not going to use it again. This is it. It's modeled. It's in there. I'm kind of finished. So for me, making it a component doesn't make sense. If this geometry repeated, so if I had, there's a shaft or something running through there, and it hits other pieces that are just like this on other parts, then yeah, it would maybe make sense, because then you could actually have it lined up perfectly. Everything would be ideal. But in this case, it would be a little extra work for not really much gain.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Makes sense.
Good question. All right. We have a little reinforcement. I think that was the word I was trying to find before that comes through right here. So again, maybe not the ideal way to do this, but what I end up doing when I have shapes like this, I do this for doors and windows too, where I have a center point, is I'll grab my line, I'll pull it up. It's 28, so I'm gonna pull that up, 28. The width of this piece is 8, so I'm gonna come over half that as 4, and then drop it down. Now take that rectangle, option move it over like that, and erase there and there. So for me, that's like the quickest way to do it. It goes real quick. You can create a rectangle. A rectangle can be drawn from the center. So something I guess I could have done is I could have found the center of that 20. I could have come up 14 and drawn a rectangle that was 28 by 8. That would have worked also. But again, efficient modeling for me is to just draw that, slap it over there. I actually could have used rotate to flip it. So
Yeah.
a lot of options. I'm gonna just pull that over like this. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna grab that rectangle. I'm gonna option copy it right over here. I'm gonna pull it over, let it snap to there. And then this piece creates another brace that comes down all the way to the end. So I'm just gonna do this. Draw a line out like that, draw a line out like that. Click up, and then I can get rid of that. Drag it down like that. And that gives me that brace. Man, pretty close.
Nice.
The last thing to do is get these circles in here. 12 looks like.
Also, some people, just real quick in the chat, are wondering if the little side parts are tangential to the circle or not.
Oh yeah, I was kind of wondering. It looked a little bit off. I was going off what it showed here, but it almost looks like that line does go beyond. So what All right, so this is not going to be the ultimate, most accurate thing in the world. But if I come in here and I just go up to the next segment and drop that down and then push pull that little face across, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks more like what was intended there, huh? So
Kind of. I can't really tell from the.
it's
You've looked at a lot more of these kind of drawings than
it's
I have.
it's
But
awful small. I'm gonna grab this one, option copy it over to save myself a click.
when we're dealing in, such high accuracy, we want to make sure everything is perfectly correct.
I like to use the term perfect-ish because I feel like that's a more attainable goal.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect's hard, but perfect-ish, that seems open to interpretation. I think I can hit that. All
Yeah,
right,
perfect with a little fuzzy around the edge.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in focus-ish. All right, that's a good call. That looked a little off. You're right. That's closer. Um, nice. I mean, the big part there was the circle dimension. The circle is at the correct height from the base. The circle is the right size, the right dimension. So I don't know that these coming down, being lined up is a big deal or not.
Yeah, and shouts to Lawrence for calling that out. Good eye.
All right. Hey, guess what? Screw holes is a spot where I have found the advantage of using guides. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab my tape measure. I'm going to pull this line over 20.
This is unprecedented.
That's right. I'm precedenting this for the first time ever right now. All right, I said that, and now I don't have a dimension in this direction. Oh man, it's off the center. 36, 54. Oh man, that's the worst. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna come over here and draw a line that's 36 long. I'm gonna grab that line by the center. I'm gonna align it to the middle. Totally
There
cheated.
you go. See, that's not cheating. That's just using the tools that you have at hand to optimize your workflow, you know?
That's right. And put that in at 6. uh, so when it comes to putting holes in things, you can componentize those. You can make them cut. But for something like 4 circles, in my personal opinion, it's easier for me to grab that, option copy that over 36, grab that, option copy that on the green axis, 59.3, oddly specific, and then just push pull that down. I find that when I copy holes, sometimes they cut, sometimes they don't. In this case, they're actually 2 different depths. Those 2 are into the shallow part. This part is into the bigger piece. So having the double click push pull, which says push pull at the exact same amount as the last time, actually, I find it's a little easier to just copy that stuff and then push pull it afterwards rather than try to make it make that thing work ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I gotcha. I'm following.
Got an internal face. All right, there we go. All right, and we'll scale it to the right size. I'm going to make a big deal about that because I've been called out so very many times for saying I'll come back and scale it afterwards and then just not doing that. I admit it, I do. That's the thing I do. All right, there we go. Machine part number 949 done.
Nice.
I feel like that's backwards.
949 done. How many to go? We don't know.
Yeah, an hour and a half-ish to go. All right, so I'll go ahead and save that. Did anybody tell me to save? Come on, guys.
Come on.
Hey,
off
the
your
nice thing
game
about
today.
saving at the end is I don't have a backup file sitting on my desktop. This glass is half full.
Mm-hmm.
Option copy, I'm sorry, I'm calling out the modifier key. It's the same as control copy on Windows. So it's a modifier key that makes move into copy. So So it creates a duplicate after that it moves. Oh, Fam did say to save. Apparently, I just missed it. Sorry, guys. Cool. Looks good. All right, I got that saved. Start a new one. Hey, do we have anybody calling out for another? What's next?
I can scroll back to the original one. I don't know if you still got the tab open on the forum thread, folks, check it out. We got a 931 from Kegification there.
941. 931? Yeah, let's do it.
931.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. First to the party. There you go.
I liked, so this one's fairly flat. So I'm gonna bring in the reference image, just throw it on the ground again. So I'm gonna say import, grab that 931 on the ground, make it probably still not big enough, but big. All right, so as I look at this, we're working with some dimensions, some radial dimensions are happening here.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So here's one thing I'm going to do for sure. I'm going to scoot this over here and I'm going to build everything. I'm going to have to remove some LA. This center point right here is going to be the origin right there. So I always have that to snap to pull any dimensions off of. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be modeling half this. So we're going to chop this in half right down the middle like that. And that's the piece we're going to model, and then we'll just flip it upside down. Having said that, we'll start with this circle here in the middle. This circle is 39. Ugh, odd dimension. Come on, man. So if I come in here with the circle, here's a trick. If I pull that out and I say 39 divided by 2, whoa. Oh, I didn't set my units. That's feet.
That's not going to work.
That's going to be wrong. Wrong.
Way wrong answer. Yeah, but it's nice that you can get SketchUp to do math for you, so you don't have to.
It's a lifesaver. 39 halves. There we go. That's that circle. All right. So we do that same thing as circle here. I could pull this out because I could do this math in my head. Half of 50, I know is 25, but that helps me verify that last one was right. 25 looks good. I like it. Cool.
Some folks have dropped in after we started, but yeah, we are modeling sort of their practice things, like little exercises for people who want to learn how to use 3D modeling software. And did you know the gentleman's name? I forgot his name, but
I don't. But
or the person, I'm not sure if it's a man or not.
That's true. I assumed.
StudyCADCam.com is where these are from, and all these are in the forum thread, which is linked as well. So if you want to check out the images and model along.
All right. So I'm going to put this big piece out here first, and then I think I'll just model this and then rotate it over. So, but this one's going to come out this direction, 135. That gets me to the center of this circle, which is 11. So we'll do a circle of 5.5. And I'm very intentional about the direction. I pull my circles out, I pull that back along the red axis. That's on purpose. And then let's see, how much bigger does that get? I don't know. Don't have that info. Okay, we're okay with that. Looking for the information we now have. All right, so this comes up 25 from here somewhere. All right, we got that figured out. Good to know, I guess. All right, so this is the radius for this curve. This is they're not symmetrical. They're not the same. See this is 130 off, this is 120 off, this is a 40 degree radius, this is a 50 degree radius. So I do have to model them separately. That's good to know. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think Pax Wart called that out earlier, so
okay.
Good eye over there. But yeah, it definitely at first look looks like it could be symmetrical, but
yeah. So what I'm wondering right now, maybe I should just start by, here, I'll just do these. So if I grab this right here, rotate this 130, and then I will grab this and rotate it 120. There's those points. Then to put the dimension in, okay, so the way that he has this called out, the way the plan has this called out is a radius of 70 from there. So what I might do at this point is just go circle, pull this out like this, 70, and then I can run this line out along parallel to this till it hits. Just run it long. Same thing here. Take this, run it long. All right, so now I have the locations for the circles. So I can grab this one, grab it by the center, option, place it right there, option, place that right there, get rid of some of this stuff. All right, so with that, I have those pieces started. Cool. Hey.
Also, some people have pointed out that it's not Jody in the background today. Nope, Jody's off today. My name's Matt, so I'll be following along with you guys and typing in links and stuff, and probably distracting Aaron when he's like trying to just get me to shut up.
Generally the plan, yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm here and I am trying to read the comments. And I don't know if you got this right or not. There are some people calling out certain circles are different sizes and certain like arms are different lengths. Are you aware of that?
So
I'm like sort of following, but
so here's yes, but so here's the thing that's happening, right? Is they have these called out 3 times 11. So this circle is the same here, here, and here. This outside radius is 9.5 3 times. So I'm saying that's typical here, here, and here. Right here, the 13 is saying this inner part where it drops down is the same on all. So they're calling out typical dimensions rather than putting them over and over and over again. Same thing here. We have this typical 2-degree radius for these inside circles, or those inside edges. So it's calling out kind of the same, it's calling out to use the same dimension. So like right now, as I go in and put this next piece out, I'm going to come in here and do a radius of 9.5 off of this circle. So if I come in, grab that, 9.5, and then I'll just do that same dimension on each of these. There we go, snap to 9.5, snap to 9.5.
And Titus was talking about the angles between the long arm and the short arm. Did you do the same angle between both of them?
No, I did 130 and 120. I did copy those.
Okay, cool.
I did that rightish, I think.
Nice, just making sure. Avoid problems down the line.
All right, so what I don't have on here, I'm not 100% sure about, is I don't know exactly what these widths are. I don't have any of that information. I'm assuming that I'm splitting the difference. So this might be wrong. You guys might have this. I'm assuming that what I want to do is split this arc in half, and where that point is, that's where I'll take up to these two pieces. Let's see. So if this is 130, then if I'll grab this line and I copy that to 130 halves. Yeah, I probably could have done that math, but well, I guess you can't do that. You can't type in fractions for rotate. Good to know. All right, so we'll say 65 So I feel like if I go from here and here, whoops, over deleted. And then same thing here. So this was 120. So if I grab this line and rotate it 60, then that's the center of that arc. Pull that up to, and I'm not doing exact tangents. There are extensions that will help you get exact tangents. What I'm doing is I'm just leveraging the segments. So I guess I'm getting away from precision input at this point because I'm using the segment that's closest to tangent. I apologize. All right, and then, so this would be, don't actually have that. Will be 360 minus 130 minus 120. 110?
It seems good to me. I'm on the same page as you with math. I'm like,
All right, so that, oh, my brain's so tired today. I mathed so much.
a lot of heavy math lifting.
That's right. Oop. There we go. To there. To there. All right. There is our shell. Not quite ready to pull it up into 3D space just yet though, because I can delete some more, I can delete more stuff, but we need to get our radii in here. So we do have these called out. Here's a 50, here's a 40, here's a 20. I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, I'm going to save. That's what I'm going to do because I can, because I'm good at it. All right, I'm going to hit my arc command. I'm going to throw it across like this, do tangent. There we go. Click, click. Then I'm going to select it, and I'm going to tell it that I want it to be 50 in entity info. Awesome. So
that's cool. I feel like I remember you doing this in a skill builder or something, but
I did.
It looks so cool.
When I figured
so
out how to do this, I immediately, this was a run to the studio and record this quick. Mostly so I don't forget it, but you know.
Right. Put it down somewhere.
That's right.
So at least we have a record of it. Don't trust my memory.
Oh.
It'd be nice to be able to search through your memory, like you could search through YouTube, but
I don't know. I feel like I've repressed some stuff intentionally that's probably better left off the search engine.
yeah. Incognito mode brain. Yeah.
Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so it's good. Okay, so these actually I don't need. What I do need is another circle that is 13 off the center. So I'm going to come in here with a circle, go there, come off, 13, and then I'll just do the same thing. Center there, pull on the red axis, 13, find the center, pull on the red axis, 13, and then I might be able to do this. No. I think if I grab all of these, I can do an offset of 4. 4, enter, do the same thing here. I wonder if I could do, no, you can't do disconnected parts with offset. You can only do one chain of these at a time, 4, and then one more. Wow, this was a little bit more complex than I was expecting, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, at first look, I was like, just like a little fidget spinner.
Yeah, this would be a piece of cake. It's a little more than I had anticipated.
Bit off more than you can chew?
I'm chewing it. I feel like I'm chewing it okay.
Yeah, I think you're chewing just fine.
Thanks, buddy.
Chewing along.
Just sitting here chewing, you know. That's how I do it. All right. Same thing now. I should be able to shortcut this a little bit. So So I have a radius of 2. So I think, so I want to try this. If I click a line here and I come back along this line 2, and then I grab my arc, go to that endpoint, and I start pulling down here till I get to tangent. I'll double click, and then I'll see if I can do this. If I come in here and I double click, no, didn't quite grab that. No, I was hoping I'd be able to do that, but guess not. Okay, well, I can go back to doing this then.
Yeah, show it off a little more.
Oh, was my radius too small? All right, why am I not getting radius? Come on, man. Make me look stupid in front of my friends. Genuinely don't know what's happening. Let's try it over here. It's refusing to draw a radius. Let's go big. If I go big, I like that better. All right. What if so I need to cut my sides down?
Something goofy going on over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. All right, so if I grab that now, drop that to 2, that's not going to work because I have separate segments here. Because this piece, so what's happening there is this piece, I went too far on there. There we go. So if I come up here, if I draw my arc right here, there we go. Grab that and drop that to 2. Fortunately, I did those on opposite sides, but I can still do this. Grab this one, flip that 180 degrees. Grab this one, same thing.
Wouldn't they be different? Isn't it like a different?
Oh yeah, because it's a different arc. Oops. See, I'm trying to cut corners where I can't cut corners. I think I got you guys all here. Keep me honest and call me out when I do stupid stuff. All right, so this is a 2. All right. Get rid of these extra lines. All right, things got goofy here. But I have my 2-degree arc, so I can actually put this in here like this. Now I'm still, this is no longer perfect because of my broken segments. It is okay. Yeah, we did hit perfect-ish. I'll grant that. Yeah, so this is not right either because of that. But I think the issue is this one should be easy because this is 2 segments. Oops. But I want to play on the next one and see. I don't know what to do when it starts doing this. You're making me upset. I know. You say I'm upset and then laugh.
Somebody said you should restart your computer.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, so let's see. Option 2.
Let me close the other SketchUp windows. Save. See if that is a thing.
Yeah, I wonder if closing it and opening it again would do anything.
Let's find out.
I don't know how far you want to go into
close it
troubleshooting, but I definitely think people run into is weird.
Yeah, it's not a thing I run into a lot, but there are occasions where that pops up and I don't really know what to do. Well, let's see. Shut it down, and then what happens? Yeah, let's see. Give me. That was not tangent. All right, last try. Nope. Okay. Well,
Yeah, there's some suggestions in the chat. I don't know if this would help you or not, but draw the radius bigger, then select the smaller size, put more segments in the arcs, break the arcs, weld the lines. Um, yeah,
yeah,
do the Dave method. Yeah, I feel like you're modeling at pretty large scale, though,
yeah.
right?
This is huge. This is, I mean, 20 meters across. This is basically landscape at this point. Yeah, I guess it has been maybe a couple weeks since I've rebooted my machine, so it could be related to that, I guess. Oh, I exited, so I can't. All right, well, see if it's just those arcs. No, it is just the arc tool in general. Huh. Weird. Well, uh
We'll add it to the bug queue.
not really sure what to do right
For the
now.
engineering team.
maybe it's too big. All right, let's see if we do. Well, let's see what happens if we take an arc and like bump up to 24 sides. Does that fix the problem for us? Makes a nice smooth arc, tell you that.
24.
Yeah, you made it too big.
Kiefer Sutherland would be proud.
Stupid. That's obvious.
You just need more precision.
That's right.
More segments.
No.
More
No.
Dang it.
I don't know. Okay, so this one's nice and smooth. The rest of them are going to be a little sharp. Okay, that's all right. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so again, in the spirit of doing half the work, this is 15 and this is 5. So I'm going to pull this up 15. I'm going to grab this one and pull it up. I'm going to option pull it up 5. Option double click. Oop. Pull that up. All right. There we go. Whoops. Accidentally dropped that down too far. I don't know what happened there. I'm going to break that, break that, break that. And I said I wasn't going to use extensions, but for the sake of cleanup, fairly quick cleanup, we're at the point where we got to be faster now. I am going to use cleanup. So I'm going to say merge faces. I'm going to say erase stray edges. And I'm going to run solid inspector to have it delete extra materials. I'm going to triple click the whole thing. Soften and smooth it. And then I'm going to delete this back face. Triple click. Option, which would be control on Windows. Then I'm going to scale it to -1. And then move it back up. And now to get rid of this break in the middle, if I kind of zoom sideways like this, I can just do a group select like that. And that should only grab those edge pieces, which I should be able to. Nope. It didn't close. There we go. Just when you thought you were
out of the woods,
safe
out of the weeds,
it all falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. All right, that was it. Inside's good. Oh, hey, extra. All right, there we go. So
a little bonus.
Now I should be able. There's that word again. Should. Nice side view. Select just those pieces. Yeah, that's it. All right, so that's pretty close to that piece. I don't know why now that it's a different face, I'm just curious. Just wondering how much more time I can waste on this. No, okay.
Well, it looks perfect-ish to me.
That's right. I have attained perfect-ish. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I will try. Let me try. Well, I closed SketchUp, but if we still have problems with arcs, then I'll try your guys' reboot suggestion, see if that does it.
Somebody was also asking about your cleanup. Is that cleanup 3?
Yes, that is
Is that on
cleanup
Extension Warehouse?
Superscript 3 from TomTom. Awesome little extension, especially when you're building geometry like this where you have pieces coming together and you end up with, you know, merged faces where soften doesn't necessarily take care of everything. There's a lot of times where soften and smooth gets rid of some breaks, but soften and smooth hides stuff. So if you have two planes that are together, it'll take that line between the two and hide it. What cleanup will do is actually get rid of that extra geometry altogether. So it makes it for a cleaner model, like less faces, less edges. It's a really good extension. One of those basic ones. All right, let's grab it
Good call
all.
out. Thanks for talking about that.
Oop. Make that into a group. And then scale it down. 0.001.
And also, while we're addressing things, Echo asked what your 3D modeling or 3D mouse was. So it's a
Yes.
Space Mouse Enterprise by 3D Connection. Yeah, gets those smooth moves you can see Aaron moving around the model. A little better for presentation versus just like the regular scroll wheel on a 3-button scroll wheel mouse, but helps with presentation and just making things a little bit smoother.
Boom. So like you've remembers that from all those years ago. It's on the ball.
Yeah, somehow still remember the spiel.
Well, I do say it every week, so it's I could understand that.
Nice. Well, happy to give you a break and
That's right.
carry the ball for this one. So
Yeah, not a requirement for SketchUp. You don't have to have one to model in SketchUp by any means, but yeah, if you do a lot of presentations, like Matt said, it's helpful. And if you're a designer who's looking to like up the game, how do I get a little more efficient, a little faster? It's a good thing to consider. I grabbed the next one. Not sorry. I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna say sorry, not sorry. I'm just gonna start. Dang it, I said it. All right. So same thing here.
22.
I'm gonna start with the base rectangle. Got a 60 by 100. Let's see how close we are. Okay, we went a little big. That's all right. It's okay. Might as well pull these. Well, we're gonna have to put a 10 by 10 arc on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line. This isn't because I'm having issues with arcs. This is actually what I would probably do to draw this in, is draw a line down 10, and that will give me a snap point to start my arc 10 down from the edge. So when I come over here and draw a tangent, I know it's already 10 by 10. So I can double click to put that in, and then I can just double click around to the corners. Oops, I was not close enough to the corner. And that gives us our footprint shape. So I'm going to pull this up. No, actually, before I pull it up, I'm going to put my screw holes in. So my screw holes are 10, and they are in 10 by 10. Okay. So if I go do, let's use some guides. 10, 10, 10, and 3. Just kidding, 10.
10, 10, 220.
Circle 5, and then I can grab that circle. Option copy, option copy. So if you ever have like, if you're doing a plate or something like that that has a whole lot of holes in it, I talked about before, you can make those into groups that or components that it will cut, or you can copy the geometry and hope it cuts, or you could copy it on a flat surface and then push pull. But if you have a bunch and you know it originally, it's probably gonna be easier to cut them out of the circle first, or the plate first, and then when I push up, those circles just come along for the ride. So that's gonna make that easier. All right, there we go. Now I have this 42 by 5 circle right here. if I come right here and I come up 5, half of 42 is 21. Drop that down, just like I did before. Remember when I was saying this is how I draw doors into walls, and then I can just push that across. That gets me that base. I grab all of that and soften it. Get rid of the lines on the corners. And now we got to build this thing sticking up here. All right, so I'm gonna start using some guides here, guys. You've inspired me to push myself. So I'm gonna grab a guide and pull it up to the middle. I'm gonna put another guide right here. Okay, so now I have guides giving me the very center. Come over here. Let's just make this simple. Just all get cozy. All right, so this piece right here is 14 wide. So if I grab this guide, pull it this way 7, pull it this way 7, and then it's 84 wide. So that was 42 wide before, is 42, 42, and then I can draw a rectangle right here. All right, so that's an option. Not a bad way to do it. That was not, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not trying to get out of using guides. I know it comes off that way, but I don't hate them. That's just no hate here. I could also, if I have that center point, what I could do is hit the modifier key, Option on Mac, Control on Windows. And as I pull it out like this, just type in that I want it to be 84, 14. And from that same point, I saved myself, not saying that you told me to do it that way, but just try to think of different ways to do that. So that would be an option too.
Nice. Yeah, good to see different ways for how to do it. We also had a question about Style Builder, more Style Builder videos, which is cool. I love Style Builder, and I think there's some cool stuff you can do in there. But which also reminded me of on Instagram Live yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday. You said you would be showing layout in this video, and I just reminding you of that.
That is
and
right.
saying that I'm excited to see a little layout.
I did forget. I did not forget that yet.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. That was the thing I said. I did say that.
Holding you to that.
Yeah, I mean, specifically, let me just touch on Style Builder. We have done some videos on it. And Style Builder's fairly easy to the point that now that we've shown it, I don't know. I think I made like 2 or 3 videos, and I don't know what more to show. So check those out. Check out what we have up there. But
yeah, the actual like usability of it is pretty straightforward. It's more the possibilities you can do with adding your own custom stuff is where it gets more interesting and complex. So yeah, check out the SketchUp YouTube channel for just search Style Builder, and yeah, I'll be able to find some good content over there. Great content, so great that nearly 400,000 people have decided to count themselves among the subscriber base of SketchUp's YouTube channel.
Did our number shrink? Did it go down since last time we talked about it?
Oh, man. I don't know. Does it normally go down during live streams? Because people get the notification, they're like, "Oh, okay, I forgot about that. I was subscribed to that."
Yeah, I've done that before.
I think it did go up, but not as significantly. I don't know if I can trust you guys that you actually told all your friends and family.
Definitely not everybody, for sure.
But yeah, we're gaining on 400K. We're nearly 35 folks away, so 35 accounts away from getting that 400K mark. So
I feel like we're a PBS fundraiser when you start saying stuff like that. Like,
yeah, viewers like you.
Viewers like
is what make this possible.
Unfortunately, viewers like you are probably the ones who already do subscribe. So thank you.
Yeah, I can't really.
It's because of you.
Make a new account.
We're as close as we are. All right.
Yeah, no, we certainly appreciate everyone's dedication and viewership. Anyways, go ahead. That's it.
and
That's it from me.
and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I was drawing this thinking this was the profile, and I finished it, and then realized I have a full split here. That's fine. That's cool. We can work with that. So 28. So if I go, I'm gonna draw a little line here, and I'm gonna pull a line from there over this way, 14. I might as well, while I'm in there, I'll do on the other side too. Uh, 14. So if I pull this out like that, push, uh-oh, something didn't go right over here. What's up, Frankenstein? That's not right. Oh, I see what I did wrong. All right. So I tried to grab this face and put it over to the side. I did not go in a straight line. So I'm going to hold down the shift key to lock to that green axis. There we go. That's what I want. All right, so now if I come over here, 14, 14, and push pull this out to here, push pull this out to here, and then we have a cut. So I'm thinking, just for the fun of it, I'm going to grab this and make it a group. And I'm going to build a solid that I can just slide right in here and cut it right out. That solid will be 18 wide. And actually, that's really the only dimension that's going to matter on the block itself. I'll pull that up, and I will make that a group. I'll align that group with the center of this group. I don't see that I have a clear dimension on where that is. Oh, that's here at 10. Okay. So that means if I raise it up vertical, that will be right there. That's where that straight line comes down. And I could really just slide that in like this on the red axis. This is not a solid, so I'll run solid inspector and fix that one internal face. This is a solid, so now I can come up here, bring up the old solid tools, and subtract that from this. Oh, like butter.
That was easy.
I gotta agree with you. I gotta agree with you. All right, I'll scale that down. 0.001. I had to make up that last one. Little fumbly on that last one, so that this one had to go better, and I feel like it did.
Yeah, smooth.
Oh, haven't even saved yet. Oops.
Oh man.
Living on the edge.
The wild side.
Me and Steven Tyler.
That's right.
Awesome.
We had some people talking about mouse like shortcut programming, I guess. I can't think of the word at all, but do you use the shortcuts on your 3D mouse for anything in particular, or do you have anything on your regular mouse? I know some like crazy gaming mice have like 100 buttons.
Absolutely, yes. So I do use both. This mouse right here, this is a Logitech Master MX. This actually has 7 buttons on it. So I got the left and right normal buttons. So left click, right click, and I have the middle scroll wheel. All that stuff's normal. I haven't changed anything, any of that program right there. On the side, there's a little thumb button right there. See this little, they're made for back and forward when you're browsing. So it goes forward page, back page. I mapped those to line and eraser, which are probably all in the most commonly used commands for me. So I push, pull a lot, move a lot, but when it comes down to it, drawing and erasing is kind of fundamental, basic. The other button is right here under the thumb pad. So if you push down on it, it actually acts as a shortcut key too. So if I look right
Fancy.
here, it's hard to tell, but like, so if I push down on my thumb button, it hits the space shortcut key. So all these are just mapped to shortcut keys. So that's all I have to do is just bump my thumb button down and I'm in select. It also has the ability, if you click and hold down the thumb button and move up, down, left, or right, you can map to that too. So if I click, hold down, and drag up, it goes to move. Click and drag down is push, pull. Click and drag to the left is rotate. Right is rectangle. So I have those 5, 6, 7 commands on my thumb. Everything else ends up over here that I use regularly is over here programmed on the 3D mouse, including the modifier keys, shift, control, option, command are all over here. And then my axis locks are over here. So,
And it's really anything that you can set a shortcut key to, like, because you could do any extensions or anything like that, right? It's just really anything that you could assign a shortcut key to, you can use as a button.
exactly. Yeah, this is great. So, I don't ever recommend like copying someone else's workflow because everybody's workflow is a little bit different. Mine tends to be very diverse. I'll do architectural modeling, then organic modeling, and then machine parts. So I kind of jump around and I have like a broad base of standard commands. The other thing that I do is I try not to modify standard commands at all because I do so many training videos. So I want to make sure that P is always push pull. Tyson talked about when he got on here how he basically took his whole keyboard of shortcut keys and squished them over to the left half. So he could have one hand on the stylus and then his other hand could hit every shortcut key without moving from right here. And that's a pretty common thing actually, that people will do that. Orient their shortcut keys geographically as opposed to like say by letter, which is easy to remember. But yeah, it's definitely a trick. That's probably a big step from beginner SketchUp user to intermediate, is getting on top of your shortcut key game and adding devices if that's necessary to kind of speed up input, because that's what it does. It basically makes it quicker. So if I want to switch to drawing a line, it takes that long as opposed to going like this or coming up here and clicking and dragging back down.
Like Nick Sonder.
Yeah, but he gets
Famous
it
for
done.
not using any keyboard shortcuts at all.
He gets it done. I can't complain with what he does.
Yeah. Magical.
I think he drinks less coffee than I do though, so he doesn't need to be quite as moving as fast.
Yeah, more in the Zen mode.
That's right. Be cool,
Okay,
man. Be
move
cool.
over here.
All right. I want to do, so we're 130. We're not going to get to every single one. So I'm kind of thinking 2 more. I do want to save that 859 for last. So I think I'm going to do, let's see. What do you? Yeah, I'll do 996. Titus just called on 996. And Titus, I was not complaining about coffee, and I do appreciate all your capses. I agree. Coffee is good. All right, let's do it. 996. I'm going to import it again. That seems to be working good for these particular plans. Like I said, well, you guys have seen. I love the watermark. Putting a plan up in the corner as a watermark. That's a great way to do it. Keeps everything the same style all the time. But as I'm zooming in and pulling dimensions off of it, especially with this 996, has a lot of small dimensions. So I am going to have to zoom in on some of these. So for that reason, I am going to stick with the importing as an image. So go to model, change to decimal meters again, and file import. Grab 996. And we will make it super hella big. That's the technical size that we're going for. Okay. Let's look at what we got here. Wow. Okay. This is a weird, like, very specific geometry we got going right here. Cool. All right. So this is basically starting off as a plate. Okay, this is the underside. what is going on here? Oh, so this little section here looks like pushes up just a skosh, and then the circles come out to the flat with this. So I'm going to model this all as one flat piece first, and then we'll model this and push it up. Then we'll model this piece on top of it. You got holes that are like, got that little reinforcement kind of thing. This pushes through. That may even rise up also. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it rises up a little bit also. All right, I gotta talk less and model more. We gotta get this thing done. This is gonna take a minute.
Speed time.
That's
Step
right.
on the gas.
Less talky, more clicky. 75 by 117.5. All right, there's our plate. I'm gonna go ahead and scale this up a little more. I have corners on here that are 5, so I'm gonna do that while I'm in the flat still. Just draw my line down 5, hit A for arc. That is something, by the way, just FYI, that I do pull my hand off the keyboard for, is to type in dimensions. I don't have a 10 keypad on my MacBook, so I did use the numbers across the top. There's actually a shortcut with, I think, Logitech or the 3D mouse, one of the two, have a shortcut key to pull an on-screen number pad up. I've never used that. Again, I think that's probably just something I've gotten used to. So it's there. It's an option if you are trying to speed that up, speed up your input with that. All right, I'm going to get these center circles in now. So I have, hey, watch this. All right, so I'm going to grab this guy, bring him up 59.25, and then another 27, and then grab this line and bring it across the center. Then I can just draw my two circles. My two circles are the inside, oh, so much things, 18.75. They're the same size. Okay, so I'm going to click here, drag down, 18.75 halves. That's not what that did. And I can divide 0.75. So I'll have to math that. So it's 9.3625. Is that right?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Oh, so
but
close.
Chat probably knows.
No. All right. Here's another trick. I'm just going to come up here, draw a line. That is 18.75. And then I'll just grab that by the center, put that on my line. And now I can draw a circle like this. As I pull out, hold down shift and click right there. 9.375, of course, is the proper answer.
Exactly.
All right. So that gets that treatment right there. All right. So I have a whole mess of circles. I also have this shape that goes around that is going to be above and below. I'm going to add that afterwards because I'll be able to copy it from the top face to the bottom face. I don't need, now that I have a reference point in the middle, because I can come in here at any point and snap to center, I don't need those guidelines anymore. What I do need is guidelines for these guys. So I'm going to do, again, grab this, bring that in 3.75, pull this one down, should have a snap, nope, 3.75. And they're the same left, right, top, and bottom, so I really only have to do half of these. So I'm going to do the ones across the top. It takes the same amount of time to do this. All right. And then there's one in the middle. And then there's one 20 over from there. And then coming down this way. Oh, no, it's from here. 10. 27.5.
Alberto is asking if you could make the model transparent with X-ray mode and then overlap it over the PDF. And I think that's certainly a way you can model this kind of thing. Scale the PDF to the exact scale you want, or whatever it is, 1,000 times it, and then draw over, typing in the exact measurements for each particular line. Is there a specific reason why you're doing it this way? Just easier to see on camera, or just easier to read all the stuff without geometry overlapping it? Or
Yeah, I mean, the issue with the image, because this is just an image file, is that it's not going to be accurate. So I would be ballparking it or having to measure anyhow. So I'm not saving a ton of time by doing that. I could put it on top if it was a ballpark, but that's kind of what we're shooting for, is trying to get some accuracy in these models. So for that reason, yeah, that's why I'm sticking to using guides. But the nice thing, so another thing to point out is that I could have created that one circle and then used like the move command to move it around or something like that. The guides were because you guys really asked me about it. And this is a situation where I would use guides because I kind of have a grid here of those dimensions. So it was a fairly simple way to get those laid out. All right, so here is a time saver. Rather than come in and select and delete all these faces, I'm going to grab this face right here and Option or Control, copy, move it over here. Just that face comes over and it leaves those faces behind. So now I can triple click this and delete it. Quick move, save me some time there. All right, now I'm going to give this its full width, which is, oh boy. Here we go, 3.5. All right, so take that, 3.5. Now, just underneath. So underneath we have this, it's symmetric right now, so I'm going to do this on this face, and then I'll just flip it over. So I'm pretending we're underneath. We're going to put this detail in right here. This detail says that this offset is 3.25 from the center, or yeah, 6.25 from the center. So if I come up here just to get a guide point, 6.25. If I grab this offset, all right, there's that first piece. I do have a radius of 2.5. So again, I could draw it in, type it in, but it's, if I put 2.5, just draw an arc from that point to that point. I can double click, double click, double click, and I can erase those off. All right, so that's the outline. The other thing I have is this thingy right here. Got some stuff going on here, including some screw holes into this lip. So I'm going to start by getting these circles, 27 and 27 from the center. So I'm going to go circle, start right there, pull out on axes, 27 halves, and then I can actually just grab that from the center. Option, copy it down to here. All right, and now I've got this going on, a radius of 0.25. So like I said, there is actually, look at that, it just touches. There's an extension, I think Tig made it. If Dave's still on, Dave probably remembers the name of it. Radius, True Tangent. I think that's what it's called. True Tangent. That will get you this. Obviously, I don't know much about it because I don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to draw a circle with a radius of 2.5. Like that. I'm going to take that now, slide it this way. And get it real close like. And then I'm going to grab it by the piece that I'm going to see intersecting. Oh, not the right one. Actually, be this one. And I'm going to pull it along the axis till it hits. And then I'm going to get rid of the
Dave
other
says
half.
true tangents.
Yes. That is, it's, because no matter what you do with arcs in SketchUp, because you're moving segments, it's never, or very rarely is it going to be, are you going to get perfect tangent work. So if you're doing something where it's real important that a tangent be perfect, you want to check out True Tangents.
Oh, and also somebody, I don't know if I'm going to have to ban this person or not. Somebody in the chat said the S word.
SketchUp?
Save.
Ah, come on, man. I did. I'm calling this one Untitled. It's going to be big. Okay, that's probably a good call. I'm going to weld that thing real quick and then hop up here and save. I forgot which one is this? 996. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to rotate it. All right, there we go. Everything broke where it should. So we're not perfectly tangent there. Whoops.
But ish.
That's right. We're perfect-ish.
Yeah,
All right.
for our purposes of education,
That's
we're
right.
there. We're there.
We did it. All right, so I'm going to take that piece before I do anything else. Actually, I'm going to weld that too. My figure 8 right there. That's what I want. I'm going to take that because it is on both sides. I'm going to option copy that to the other side. So I have, oh, now you done did it. All right, take that line, option copy the line, not the face, down to the, copy it down to the top, and then I can finish off the bottom here. Last thing I do for a bottom, I do have these circles here, 45 degrees from the top, so that's pretty easy. The circles are 2, and they are, where's this dotted line? There we go. 23.5. So I'm going to draw one more circle. Go find the center. Oh.
Oh, also channel subscriber update. We got 3 more. So we're still 32 away. But getting there. Also, just to let you guys know, we are staying on stream until we hit 400,000. So we'll be here all night.
I don't recall signing up for that one.
It'll just be me.
So Matt will be here all night. All right, so now
we will keep you here till 4.
2. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. No, I don't need to do that. I can just start right here. Take that. Rotate it 45 degrees. And that is where my first circle is going to go. I'm going to keep these on axis still, so I'm still going to come over this way. 1 meter, get my total of 2. All right, and then with that, I'm just going to get rid of everything else right now. Take that. And I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, 3x. And I can grab all of those. And we'll go option copy that straight up. All right, and I'm going to pull those down to the bottom. All right, So that is this entire panel, and now this entire panel pushes in this thing I just made, this relief, pushes in 0.75. Man, that's a lot of modeling for that. I really feel like I kind of feel tired for no particular reason right now. All right.
It looks nice though.
It does. It does.
Very
Looks,
exact and
yeah,
you know
that's what we're
to the
shooting
point.
for.
Yeah, it's pretty in that regard. Somebody asked if this is the official SketchUp YouTube. Yes, this is the official SketchUp YouTube channel brought to you by Trimble. And yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be sketching up on Friday. It's finally Friday. I'm free again.
You guys weren't expecting music, were you?
Plenty. I'm singing until we get 400K.
Sign up, sign up. All right, I'm just gonna pull that up. So that kind of finishes this section off. I'm done with that at this point. All right. Next thing we got going on here, we got our circles have a little bit of a lip on them that pop out and then rise up. 6. So I'm going to do one of them. I come here with a circle. Come out 3. That is the lip. So I can grab that. Where should I copy it from? I'll copy it from the bottom point. Yeah, so I was afraid that was going to happen. If you do that, so when you copy a face inside of a face, if it's a complex face like that, you break the face, and then SketchUp doesn't know how to put it back together because you got geometry inside geometry. So if you have that happen, rather than copying the face over, just copy the edge. So let's see if this works better. If I go grab this by the edge, Option, copy that right over here. Yeah, see, that worked super duper.
Super duper. Malice Alice said they subscribed on YouTube. So thank you so much.
That much closer
closer
to having Matt let us go home for the weekend.
Yeah, you are under my control. No, not under my control, but you're under my. We're here. Let's see.
All right, so I'm using the center points. I'm snapping center points. And then again, we'll do it on one side, and then we can just copy, because they're all in a line, we can just copy them all, grab the center point of one of them, Option copy, Control on Windows. I know. I say the button I'm pushing, and I don't always remember to. There we go. All right, and now those all rise up a teeny tiny bit, but I'm trying to find a dimension. It's so small, like nobody really cares. Oh, 4, so it's a half. All right.
Very small.
0.5 meters.
Thomas was saying that the YouTube channel is very helpful to him. He started modeling a house with SketchUp and learned something new every day. And he says, "Thanks, Aaron."
Oh, hey, you're welcome. I love hearing that. I mean, it's definitely fun to get out and, make content and throw it out there, but it's always good to hear that somebody's actually using it. Not that I have doubts. I'm good stuff. Got it. Okay.
And real quick, Muhammad asks, how do you do a copy?
So copy is just a move command where you hold down either the Control key on Windows or Option on Mac.
Nice. Or you could just do Control C, Control V if you wanted to.
That's true.
Easier and more accuracy with making a copy when you move.
Right. The difference between like grabbing something, moving over, and setting it down versus picking it up, having it evaporate into nothing, and then like teleportation, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that sounds a lot more fun than
it does.
It does.
You're right. All right. I'm trying to find a dimension now. Oh, here. 74.5. All right, that looks like it's all centered off of this. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a line. Oop. All right, so this is the center. 74.5, and what's all right. I don't know.
It would be kind of cool. You know how you can draw like a rectangle from the center? If you could draw a line from the center, click to start, and
That would
then
be kind of cool.
yeah.
Sounds like an extension just waiting to be,
Mm-hmm. Just begging to
just
be brought to life
wanting
by
to come out.
some Dr. Frankenstein out there.
That's right. Get on it, Doc.
Doc! Oh, voice broke. Marty.
Oh boy.
Tough to be Marty in this world. Doc!
That was
Maybe
better.
better? I don't
That
know.
was better. All right. So, oi. Okay. So, oi. Again. All right. I'm going to grab all of this except for these lines. I feel like I'm missing a dimension or something. Like I'm not seeing something, like not like it's not there. I grab all of that and make it a group. That's going to let me draw outside of context. And try to figure out where. All right, so I have some dimensions here. Is this dashed line, is that the outside? Because I know this dark line is the lip. This dashed line looks like it's where the screws are, so I feel like the screws, these holes would only go through the lip. Oh, look at this. It cuts in. Ooh, yeah, definitely don't have
Oh
enough
boy.
information here. Yeah, because I don't see it cutting it unless it's underneath there. It's just a little small. No, that's the tube. That's the tube. Okay, because it's cut, not. Yeah. Okay, I figured that out. Am I missing? Oh, and save. Yes, I made it a group. Now I'm saving. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. If I make a rectangle, so this line right here, this is how far this goes up from the center here. So if I come in here and I make a rectangle from that point, I start to pull it over here until I get a square. It's going to give me a square snap. Make a liar out of me. That's cool. All right. Instead, I'll grab this. I'll show you who's a liar. Wait, that's not what I meant. All right, there we go. Now I have a square. All right, I'm going to grab all those lines. Option copy that there. Option copy that over here. I put that back in the center. Okay, so now this dimension right here, 10.25, should, in theory, give me that rectangle. And now that I'm drawing this, I'm realizing I think I know the dimensions that I was not paying attention to. Is that... No. Okay, no, there is no dimension here. Oh, here it is. Yeah. All right, cool. I'll take all that and throw it away. We'll come in here. Dang it. All right. Actually, I'll still draw it on the outside because I don't want to mess with the geometry I have. All right, so I'm going to come in here, draw a circle from the center. I'm going to pull it out 26.25, so that's 13.125. Oh no, it's a radius of 26. Never mind. 26.25. All right. This is to this piece right here. I'm going to grab that circle. bring it down there.
Stefan says hi from France. Hey.
Hi, Stefan.
How are you?
All right, so that is this dashed line, which covers a circle. So this is going to get interesting because stuff. Maybe it's one of those things where you give your student a challenge and then you're like, here you go, good luck. And there's problems that they don't get to know about. All right. I'm going to offset this 2.75. Delete that. Pull this down to the face. And then how far up does this go? Dimension. So 25 overall and then back down to 3. Okay. If I go bring this line up 25 and then pull this up to that height. Awesome. Now I can take this and offset it. Let's see. 6.5 goes out to 8. So I'm going to offset it out 2.5. 2.5. And then that pulls back down 3.5. 3.5. Get rid of that. Get rid of a lot of broken geometry that I can get rid of. Awesome. Maybe. All right, there's still some weirdness. There's still some weirdness to finish. And I am still keeping it separate. I'll merge it together in a sec. I have this little leg that kicks down. That's easy enough. I have a circle that goes through this way. That's not going to be too difficult. But I do have this thing that goes through. It's basically a pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, make that a separate group. So we have 2 groups now. And I'm going to make this a separate piece that I will intersect selectively with what I have here. So we'll start with, do we have dimensions for, okay, so here the outer diameter is 12.5. So go ahead and I'll draw a circle somewhere. This is kind of arbitrary. I'll move it. So that's 6.25. There's my outer diameter. My outer diameter, the inside diameter is going to be 9. So I'll come here.
Okay, keep this up
4.5.
all the rest of the stream and hopefully forever more. Whenever you say diameter, you say diameter.
Diameter. It's forever. All right, and that's going to pull out. I'm going to show my hidden and pull that out from this face because that's where it looks like it comes out to. Oh, maybe not. So it looks like a little bit way back from that, but that's okay. This will be the longest it could possibly go, would be out there. Now, where does that actually align with? Where does that come out? Honestly, I'm asking because I don't know.
74.5 from the end. Is that what on the left side or the kind of side angle?
This one right here?
The middle drawing on the left side. The sort of the middle drawing on the bottom part, yeah. 74. Is that?
Hold on, there's a lot of numbers.
The very
74.
left dimension.
Okay, all right there. All
Is
right,
that from
you're
the
right.
back
Yes,
part
because it
to
looks
the-
like it lines up. No, but it still doesn't line up there. So the overall length, yeah, it looks like it's 75. 74.5. Okay, so if we go like this, 74.5, push this back to here. And now if I take all of this, grab it by the center, pull it out to the center here, and then I don't know. This is where I'm kind of like I feel like I don't have a dimension like how far it goes this way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
where is that relative to the rest? And I don't know where that is. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm going to say it looks superb where it is. Um, and I'm going to grab this piece and I'm going to explode it. Now I'm going to selectively intersect. I'm going to take my outside tube here and my outside shell here, right click and say intersect faces with selection. Then I can grab my outer shell that's on the inside and delete it. I can grab this piece right here. Nope, don't mess with that yet. That's all I'm going to delete right now. Now I'm going to grab my inner shell here and my inner shell here. Again, right click, intersect face with selection. And now if I delete this, and now this guy I want to delete, and now I can delete and delete. Now I have that tube cutting through.
Nice.
All right. Save. One last hole here to throw in. So right in the center, I have this hole. Oh, here we go. 6 and 10. So I'm going to come here, draw a line up, circle 3, circle 5. Get rid of all this other geometry. Grab that ring. Bring it straight across on the red axis to the other face. All right, this one goes through to the inside. And then this guy comes out 1 1/4. All right, last bit is to grab all of this and all of this and merge it together. I think I'll do this. I'll grab all this, make it a group, run Solid Inspector on it, check the other piece, Solid Inspector, good. All right, then what I can do is I can grab both these pieces, just use outer shell to make them into one solid. All right, and there we go. I did not do the little
Beautiful.
screw holes around here, but I feel okay about that. I don't understand, honestly, I don't understand some of the detail that's being shown here. Like I didn't put a little leg down either. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Do you want to leave it up to chat? See if we add more detail in this, take on another
Yeah.
one.
What do you guys say? I do want to get something into layout, so I want to keep 10 minutes at
Yeah.
least at the end. What do you guys think? Do we keep beating on this thing, or do we hop over to the other box, which is 859 on the forum? You guys tell me. You guys tell us. Well, what do we want to do?
859. Is that the one you're doing in layout?
Yeah, that's one I was going to
Maybe.
pull in layout. Actually, I
Okay.
could pull any of these in layout.
Nice. While we wait for everybody, we'll give everybody a quick update. The needle hasn't moved very far. It's been up and down. It's been roller coaster ride here at the end here. So we're looking at 26 more folks, 26 more subs till we hit that magic number.
Oh man, looks like we're a little bit split on the 997 is the other one that people are asking for.
Yeah.
859. So let's see. 859, 997, 859, 997, 997, 997, 895. Well, so right now it's 997.
That sounds fair to me.
All right,
Is that the
that's
one
good.
that Dave did? He dropped
Did he?
an image in the forum. And
Yes, it is.
the same one.
All right, we can do that. We can do that. All right,
We have a
997
guest
it is.
modeler coming on. Dave's gonna come on guest model
Oh
for us
man,
here.
I would love to hang out and model with Dave sometime. All right,
Someday
one day.
we'll
That's
make
right,
it work.
it'll happen. Hopefully, when, where, however base camp happens, we'll be hanging out
Mm-hmm.
one day. All right, let's import 997. Get big. Set my units up. Maybe. Yes. There we go. I know you could do it, buddy. I gotta give myself support. Okay. All right. This seems like, to begin with, is fairly straightforward. We're gonna draw this as a 2D piece, extrude it. Then we have a face on top that we'll pull up off of that. Seems so simple. There's not that many dimensions even on here, so that terrifies me. All right, so we'll start with
A lot of inferring.
110. Okay, so to bigify this a little bit more.
Large it, stretch it out.
That's right.
Bloop.
Okay, now, what do we got now? All right, so this is 120 degrees. So that means if I go from right here, $60? No. Yes.
180.
Whoops.
Have you ever watched any of those darts videos?
I can't say that I've watched much darts.
Oh, it's scintillating stuff.
Whoa, language. All right,
But
so yeah,
anyways, when you get 3 triple 20s, which is, 60, 60, 60, there's one video that I watched. 180. Anyways, it's also the number of degrees in a triangle and a line for that matter.
and a half
And I
a
think
circle.
That's right.
All right, so I have a number of circles that come, or arcs that come off of the center. I'm gonna do them all with circles. So I'm just gonna start with this one, 90. So I'm gonna go circle from the center point, pull that out on axis, of course, to 90. And then I'm gonna have another one at 82. On axis, 82.
Did you mention earlier why you do the circles on axis?
So it's gonna, basically it doesn't necessarily matter that it's on axis, but I want them all to be going the same direction. So if I draw a line here from the center and I go like this, then I know I'm hitting the midpoint of a segment on every circle that's pulled out there because they're all having the same orientation. So you can see here like this. So these 2 points on segments, as I hover over them, the line that connects back to the center of them aligns. So it's just to keep everything organized. Not a
Nice.
requirement. You don't have to. It's not going to break your model, but it's going to make it a lot easier to deal with or edit later on.
Just keeps it a little cleaner, a little more consistent for doing stuff. Cool.
All right, 50 is my next circle right there. Keep coming out. All right, here's one at 41. I'm just going to do them all. No, I'm not. I'm only do the ones that are part of this because I'll put those ones on top. So yeah, so that's it. So I have 1, 2, 3. And this one, is this on different? This is on 8. This says 80. That one's 82. Okay, so I do want to do one more. All right, that's everything. So I'm gonna get rid of everything that, whoops, not the drawing. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Just gonna do the rest of it from memory.
That's right. I feel
Absorb
good.
everything.
I feel good. All right, so there's a radius 10 on this edge here. Actually, let's do these first. All right, so I'm going to draw a line from the center. Oh, you know what? Let's do a guide. Let's draw a guide straight up, and then I can take that. And I can option.
That's the only way I draw guides.
Straight up.
Straight up draw 'em.
Oops, no, that's 9.25 between both of them. So it means I got to take those two now, rotate that back, half of 9.25, which is 4.625. You know, I
Look
complain
at
a
him
lot about
go.
math, but having done a little bit of building design, there's certain things that have become ingrained, whether I like it or not, and that's dividing dimensions was one of those things that stuck. I'm trying to find where this is. Oh, we got to pull it off of a thing here or something. All right, come back to it later. Got it. Um, get this circle in. I got a radius of 10 here. Can I do it? Let's see if it'll fit. Beauty.
Yeah. Booyah.
Circle. Arcs worked. All right. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to flip it. That. All right. It's coming along. All right. So what I'm looking at now, so up next, we have these things, these circles. I'm trying to see where they are. Is it just... So this one's pretty easy. This goes straight up. It's on that 80 arc. So that's the one I got rid of. Oops. Okay, rotate this one. All right, so that's right there. That's a simple one. And it is 9, so I'll just do that one real quick while get her done. 4.5. All right. There's
Nice.
that one, but I don't quite... It's on here. Looking for lines that indicate where it is. Dealer's choice. I think that's what that means. All right, so I kind of feel like if I bring this down here, oh, okay. I think I'm seeing what I think I see what I'm seeing. Maybe it's the center of this arc right here. Okay, so this arc right
Oh,
here, if I draw a line, oh, there it is. Boom.
perfect.
Look at that. Look at that. All right, same thing here. There's my point. Come right there. All right. Cool. So that means I no longer need this inside arc. Sometimes I mix words up and say circle instead of arc or rectangle instead of circle. That one gets really confusing.
It's a good way to get called out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is. All right. Next thing. Now, what is this all about? So I feel like
Great question.
I have some dimensions for these little boxes. So these boxes have screw holes in them. They look like they're countersunk screws or something. I have a dimension here, and then from that box, I have a dimension up that looks like it's the bottom of this. But I really don't feel like that's quite enough information to figure out where this goes. Okay, no, you know what I could do? All right, stuff's gonna get silly. Bear with me. I better save because this might be one of those come back and try again situations. So I feel like I'm gonna bring something over here. I'm gonna bring it to a point. All right, I'm gonna get... That was not what I wanted to have happen. Nor that. What's your deal? Rude. All right, I can't do it all. I just gotta let that one go. I'll come back, clean that up a sec. So I have these eights all around. So I'm gonna come in here. Grab that. Make it 8.
Dave says the dimensioning is poorly done in this one, but you can figure it out.
Aw, thanks for having faith in me, Dave. I grab that, make that guy 8 also. Another arc. And then one more. All right, so that, oops, no, I just want to get rid of that. All right.
Looks good to me.
All right.
Look at that.
So this is going to get silly. So I'm letting you know ahead of time. So this comes over 55. Oh, that's right there. Okay. It then goes up 24, which I'll then take across. Hey, I got my thingy back. All right.
Yay, see, all you gotta
now
do is keep pushing.
I'm going to cut those because I can take this. Okay, so this was, what was it? 5.9. So oh, let's do one of these. 5.9. And I'll grab this. I will rotate it from the center, from about there, bring it down to there. Is that
Wow.
perfect? But now I can take this and we can go option, rotate that over. This is what I call forensic modeling. When you have that model that you don't quite know how to get it, so you have to start hacking together the information you do have to try to put together the final product. Grab this, same thing, option, I'll grab one of these endpoints. There we go.
Nice. I mean, hey, as long as you get the final product,
That's
you
right.
know, and maybe the discovery is a little part of the fun too. You know,
That's
it's
what I
all in
said.
the challenge. It's all in the hunt.
That's right. How fun would it be? Well, okay, it would be pretty nice if I had all the information you need right up front, but well, so somebody somewhere wouldn't learn as much. That's I figure. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna grab that now. I'm gonna grab it from this line. Option copy back over here. Boom. Everything's coming up Millhouse. All right. Same thing I did before. I can take this, option copy it off. It's like we're making a brake pad or something. All right, that is 10. Oh, wait, hold on. There is one piece. This is cut out of the whole thing, which is 15. So start a circle here. So that'll be 7.5. Right, there we go. And that goes up 10. Oh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to click all this. No. Yes. No. Yes. All right. So I want to weld this stuff, right? Because I don't want this. And to get rid of that, you can weld the geometry first. I think I only want to weld like this. What I'm learning is that if you weld things like circles that already exist as circles, they become curves, and curves don't have centers. Circles do. So I don't know that I'll need the center of these circles, but I'm going to go ahead and not weld them just to be safe. There we go. That's the stuff. Oh, that's a good looking model right there. Oh, looks like I already broke the circle anyhow, so there goes that. All right, soften it, and it's done. Okay,
Nice.
should probably save. All right, that's piece number one. Let's get the rest of this stuff on here. I'm going to redraw this box. 24.
Speaking of 24, we are 24 subs away from 400,000.
That Segway machine. That's what that is right there.
Well, thank you for saying so, but no, we are so close, guys. We are getting there, pushing through the finish line. So if you're not already subscribed, which I'm sure you guys are not to blame, it's other people who haven't gotten in there yet, and
It's everybody else's fault.
but no, for real, if you can get in there and subscribe, we would be eternally grateful and celebrate with you.
34 and 29.
Anyways,
No, what
back
he
to
said
the
is
modeling.
right. All right. There is all of that. Now, what we got here is, oh, look at that. It seems like some math is happening that I maybe don't understand. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, cool. So actually I
True
need
tangents.
I need these lines back. So I'm going to take this one, option copy it to here, option copy over to here. And now, looks like these teeth go from here and from here to that. All right, and that is one of those pieces. Get rid of those. Don't need that anymore. All right, so now I could take that. 1, 2, 3 and a half. So if I grab that, oops, I got rid of that a little too quick. I'm eraser happy. I'm going to grab that by the middle, option copy that down off the edge like this, and then divide by 4. That's going to give me 1, 2, 3. Yep, perfect. And I'll just go ahead and do it again, the other direction. Divide by 4.
Nice. Ryan on YouTube said he has got a t-shirt idea. Curves don't have centers.
I like it. I like it.
And Lauren, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
All right.
Yes. Thank you. And hi, Lola on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, so some of the stuff's not intersecting. I'm going to grab it all, intersect with selection. Yeah, of course not. I have to keep panning over here. I keep forgetting what this looks like. Okay, so this is an inside. So this is where I have to break some stuff.
Like the new metal band Limp Bizkit.
Breaking stuff. Nope. Ugh. So close. Come on, man. Oh, so close. There we go. Yeah, so in hindsight, what I should have done was made this geometry, got rid of all the rest of the arcs, and then just copied this over. In fact, to save myself some pain, I'll probably basically do that, because I think what happened was some of these lines didn't carry through all the way and cut everything they needed to. So as I say that, everything goes super smoothly. Of course. All right. But I'm going to save myself time over here anyhow. Get rid of all that. And then maybe I can do a real fancy select here.
Look at that.
That's
He's using his trusty rotate method too. This is like the
quintessential.
Aaron 101 over here.
That's it. That's it. Awesome. All right, so that is this shape. That portion comes out, so these blocks come out 22 and 22. And this portion comes out 40 total. So I'm just going to draw like that. I'm going to triple click and there's a little bit of softening and smoothing to happen. All right, that is all of that. We have a cut through the block right here that shows the screw hole. What doesn't happen is there's not a cut through the rest of this. So while I can see there's material here, I don't know how big it is. So I'm going to leave it the size of this plate and back and assume that's what's supposed to happen. All right, so this last piece, here we have 6 and 11. Do we have to, so it's just centered in this square right here. Centered's easy. In fact, let's I'm challenging myself. You guys look at me grow.
All right. Growing with Guides, Aaron's new book.
That's right. All right, so there we go. So the top circle is 11 and goes down 8. So I'll come in here, draw a circle, 5.5, 5.5, push it down 8. All right, and I can get rid of my guides at that point. As my next circle will be centered inside that circle, which is going to be 6, and then all the way through to the bottom. Oh, it's a little dizzying. I'm upside down right now.
Whoa.
There, and boom. That
I like it.
is the part. All right. Now, like I said, this based on some promises that I made. Let's pull that down. 0.001. This has to go into layout now. So I'm going to grab this. For no particular reason, I'm going to pull it back towards the axis there. All right.
Layout.
That's
layout.
the stuff.
You can't hear the chat, but they're going wild.
I know what's happening. It's there. I got it. All right. I'm going to get a nice white background for this. And I'm going to create one scene. I'm going to create this scene right here. I like that look. Create that as scene 1. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to send it to layout.
Easy enough.
Just that easy. Whoa. I feel like I'm getting like blood's all rushed to my fingers. I'm modeling so fast.
The speedster.
All right, so I'm going to
Dave
grab.
said for the image he used on the forums, he used layout as well. So
Attaboy.
good to hear.
I'm not surprised to hear that. Dave's got layout down. I feel like I don't use layout often enough, and there's always a relearning process to happen for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is this layout? Yeah. Okay, we're good. So I'm gonna.
That's the first thing you have to learn is this layout.
Wait a minute. All right. So what I want to do is I want to have an isometric view and then 3 different views that I can throw some dimensions on real quick. So I'm going to start with my isometric. That's going to be this one right here. I am going to change this to a vector model. Maybe I'll do a hybrid for this one so I can get nice smooth gradients, but also get those solid lines. Looks good. Whoop, 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 whoop. Grab this, throw it in the upper right corner. I'll pretty much do a similar layout to what, no pun intended, similar layout to what we had over there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double click into this, and I'm going to use the pan, get that centered, zoom in a little bit, and that's good enough for my isometric view. I'm going to option copy that. Whoops.
It's probably not true isometric too, right?
No,
no,
it is because it's in perspective. Yeah.
Perspective, gotcha.
All right. So basically, that's my initial layout. Now I'm going to grab this one right here, and we'll go with a top view. So I'm just going to grab it, then go to standard view and say top. That's give me a top-down view. I'll go ahead and hold up. See, again, I'm trying to remember where I'm at, what I'm doing. Top. Oh, ortho. There we go. We'll do a 1-to-1. Ooh, that's a little small. Okay, we won't do a 1-to-1. We'll do a little bit bigger. Okay, we'll do a lot bigger. Oh, full size. 1-to-1, 1 inch to 1 foot. I mean, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do the same thing here. We'll do a front view, ortho, full size. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit, have to get a little crafty here. We'll do the same thing, orthographic view, and maybe the left side.
Where'd you go? Zoom extends?
Yeah. There we are. Okay. Make that full size.
Also, do you have the live update of the subscriber count on your computer that you're on right now?
I do. We're 12 away.
Yeah, it is getting close.
That is very close.
I wish I had like a balloon cannon or something set off behind you to go off, but I didn't plan that far ahead.
All right, yeah, this is going to work on this page size so well. So like I said, this is time to get crafty. Let's see if I bring this over here.
Let's do a bigger page.
That would be the smart man. The smart man would just go there, but I've been called a lot of things in my time.
You're getting close. I think you're working it out.
Oh, this is a horribly ugly, terrible. Oh, look at that. It's like a glove. Perfect. Oh, that looks like crap.
If it fits by Tetris rules, then
it's good.
You completed the line. It's gonna break down, and you're moving on, baby.
I kind of feel like we can maybe shift things around a little bit. There we go. Just throw a little. This guy doesn't have to be. This guy can be much smaller. You're basically just a little mascot up in the corner, pal.
I'd root for
him. There we go. All right.
Go parts.
So yeah, so now we got our side views, and at this point, whoops. This is where I'd probably come through and throw some basic dimensions on here, where we can just kind of, because hold on, change my units in here too. I did get confused there and have to process why that wasn't working the way I thought it should be working. No, it's not that. It's the.
Also, Robert on Facebook pointed out that normally you'd want to do separate scenes in SketchUp that associate with each view in layout.
You can. That is absolutely something to do. A lot of people still do it that way, but the newest version of layout actually allows you to do things like assign to views. So if your model's not going to move back in SketchUp, you can actually use the relative views. It's not saying it's the only way to do it. Maybe not even the best. I don't know. That's your call. But it is an option to actually leave that and assign those views in SketchUp if you want, or in layout if you want.
Nice. And then he asks, how do you align stuff from one view to another? If you did that.
I don't have a good. I'm not good at that.
Gotcha.
Let me.
People can check the forums for info on that.
I know Dave does a better job of this than I do. He does some much nicer layouts. But you can use stuff like Grid Snap. So I can come in here, and that's not going to snap me. Yeah, that's something I have to work on myself because I'm not very good at lining stuff up in layout. That is a spot where you can, if you actually, I should have been probably a lot more careful about what I did, because if I had used the same viewport, I could have, like when they were overlaid in the same spot, been the same orientation, and then just moved them with Shift Move to keep them aligned to the axes would have probably been the smartest thing to do. I did not do that. Oops, wrong one. All right, so at this point, I'll do a couple dimensions. Kind of trying to remember off the top of my head some of the dimensions that we had on that other one. Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful looking dimensions. And what a document it was. But yeah, some great parts. You know, some great views, great times were had by all. I can certainly say that for myself. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just killing time until we get 12 more subscribers. Oh, I mean 11 more subscribers.
Ooh.
We're inching closer.
Yeah. I don't want to say I don't
Chugga,
have faith, but yeah, it's just a little. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical about the proper number of subscribers showing up right now. Just saying. Not trying to be negative. Yeah, I think that's as much time as I want to kill.
Okay. Well, we'll have to do our celebration off stream.
I guess so.
You guys are gonna miss the celebration. Oh my gosh.
Well, we are
Missing
also totally remote, so Matt didn't mention it, but he is calling in from a whole other state.
That's right. Beautiful Michigan over here. Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you are in Michigan, or if you've ever been in Michigan, you know, head over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, no, we are in separate areas. Normally, Jody and Aaron are pretty close by. So if there's any awkward moments or dead air, certainly you can count it among. That's the reason why that happened.
That's right. It's all because of Michigan. Wait, no, that's probably not what you're saying.
No, you're following exactly. But yeah, no, the Great Lakes State. Oh wow, and do they have some Great Lakes over here?
Those lakes are great.
Yeah, top notch.
All right, I'm gonna do one last thing. I'm gonna import all the models we just did. Oop! Guess who forgot to scale? Oops.
No, somebody just forgot to remind you.
Oh,
and it wasn't me.
I'll take that.
It was the chat. Chat.
All right, so throw that right there. Scale that down. 0.001. It gives us. Wow. I thought this was bigger.
Yeah, it's like mind blown to see these things together. Always I've got to know them. I grew up with these pieces,
we go back
separately in their own world, but then seeing them side by side, it's like this is a whole different experience. These parts.
It's weird. It's weird. How many things did we do? Jeez. Already tired of importing. I only imported 2.
Yeah, you put down some parts today.
All right.
Look at that. What a long, strange couple hours it's been on stream
It
here.
has been something. Sorry.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I feel like
Nice.
you need to be
Look at that.
rotated. Like, there we go. That's the good stuff.
Ooh.
All right. Is that it? Nope. The first one. First one we did.
Oh yeah. Dave asked if I did fundraising for public radio. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. But we're just so close. I'm not going to do this after. Like, normally NPR is like always asking for money. Viewers like you and all this kind of stuff.
It's a
But
one-time
for
thing.
us, it's just a push to get us over the finish line, and then maybe
Another
once again
100,000 from now.
yeah, or maybe for $1 million, I'll make a big pledge drive again.
There. Viewer pledge drive. I like that. All right. Well, Matt may stay on, but I think I'm going to head out. We're 10. We are 10 away.
started.
We are 10 subs away from 400,000. So, if you haven't already, it would really make Matt's day if you were to.
Yes, it very much would. So many 9s in there, and all I want to see is more O's. 0, 0, 0, 0. But yeah, no. Hey, this is a great family of parts we've made here together. I, of course, contributed quite a bit.
I'm picking up on that.
Um,
I feel like I was just watching at this
so,
point. So,
yeah, I'm kind of the brain, and maybe you're the hands.
thanks for being here. Thanks for
I'm the
pushing the buttons for
puppeteer.
Matt. All right, I got it. Cool. All right. Well, that's where we're going to leave it, guys. We're going to call it now. We did 6 good-looking parts and a mediocre-looking layout file thrown together super quickly, but I said I would pull something in layout. I didn't say what would happen then. But yeah, this was cool. This is a fun one. Those files are still up there, so if you do want to go grab them, grab the images, model these. Like I said, if nothing else, they're good practice. Maybe stay away from this guy right here unless you're feeling, feisty. But the rest of these, a lot of these were okay. I'll say 4 of these were good practice. This, and this. This wasn't bad, but I was having an I was having a down arc day. I feel like as soon as this is over, I'm gonna try rebooting and see if it fixes my arc problem. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that is it. We are here.
Nice. You are done.
I am done. I am so done.
And I'm sticking around to
9 more
plead for
subs.
people.
What we'll probably end up doing is when it happens, when we cross that 400, we'll do a post up on YouTube, and you guys can come back and see it there. That'll still be part of the celebration, if not far away. But yeah, we're done. We're there. You guys have an awesome weekend. You've already started. Congratulations. Have a good week. Have a good time doing whatever you're doing. Stay safe. Stay sane. And we will see you sometime next week. Our plan right now, as of now, there is nothing on Wednesday, but we will be back here next Friday afternoon. So that's what we got going.
Absolutely. Take it easy, everybody.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching.